Hello everyone, it's Shubham Sonmatkar from Department of Electrical and Electronics, Jain Polytechnic, Belgavi. Today we are going to study the lecture 11 on Unit 2, which consists of block diagram of nuclear power plant or schematic diagram of nuclear power plant. So let us start. This is the schematic diagram of nuclear power plant. You can see each component. So I will explain the the operation of each component. Okay, how we will generate the electrical energy using a nuclear. Okay, we will study in this schematic diagram. First of all we will start with the nuclear reactor. So the nuclear reactor consists of fuel. That fuel which is uranium. The fuel which we are using, that is uranium 235. That uranium, the fission process takes place in this nuclear reactor. Okay. You have studied the chain reaction process of nuclear. Okay. In this, the nuclear reactor fission process which will takes place, and because of this fission process the high heat is generated. Okay, high heat is generated in this reactor, and that heat is passed in this heat exchanger. You can see this heat exchanger in nuclear reactor. The high heat is generated, and that heat is passed through this nuclear reactor. Okay, so that heat is passed through this heat exchanger. Okay, the heat is generated in this nuclear reactor, and that heat is passed through this heat exchanger. You can see this heat exchanger. So in this heat exchanger, it consists of water. Okay, so when we pass high heat, when we passed through this heat exchanger, then what happen? It consists of water. That water will get heated up, and because of that heat, this heat exchanger consists of water, and when this water is get heated, that heat, okay, because of that heat the steam will produce. You can see the steam will produced, and that steam passed through the turbine. Okay, so whenever we pass this high pressure, high temperature steam on this turbine, the turbine starts rotating. So as you can see, the turbine is connected to alternator. So as the turbine starts rotating, the alternator will also start rotating, and you know the function of alternator. It will convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So as alternator starts rotates, it will convert this mechanical energy into electrical energy. That electricity generated by the alternator is step up by the transformer. Means the transformer will increase the level of that voltage. Suppose here in alternator, suppose the alternator will generate 11 kilovolt, then what that transformer will do? That transformer will step up the 11 kilovolt voltage to 120 kilovolt voltage. Okay, so that is the function of transformer. Why we have to step up that? To minimize the loss, and how it will reduce, it is there in the next transmission and distribution subject. Okay, so now what happened? As the turbine rotates, alternator will also rotate, and it will give the electricity that is given to the load consumers. Okay, now some steam, whatever the steam discharged through the turbine, that will enter into the condenser. What is the function of condenser? It will convert that steam into water. It will condense that steam. It will convert that steam into water, and this water, using this feed water pump, again this water is circulated in the heat exchanger. Okay, from this steam from the steam like this, from this turbine, the steam whatever discharge through the turbine, that will come and enter into condenser. This condenser, you can see, it will convert this steam, discharge steam is converted into water, and that water is, you can see this direction of arrow, you can give this water again, we can give this water to the heat exchanger. Okay, you can see this arrow, heat exchanger, using this feed water pump. Okay, so cooling tower is used for cooling purpose. It will take water from river. Okay, cooling tower, whatever the water required in cooling tower, that is taken out from the river. Okay, and okay, and it is used for the cooling purpose. Okay, there is one more pump, you can see here, the cool metal pump, and here is this filter. Okay, to filter the water which is required in the reactor, we can use this pump. This is the working about the our nuclear power plant, schematic of nuclear power plant. Okay, in short, I will explain once again. See here, this nuclear reactor, we are generating a heat using by fission process of uranium. Okay, we are generating heat in this nuclear plant. That heat is passed through this heat exchanger. Okay, that heat is whatever generated in nuclear reactor, that is passed through the heat exchanger, and this heat exchanger consists of water. So that heat is, because of the heat, the water is converted into steam, and because of high pressure and high temperature steam, this turbine starts rotates. So as turbine is connected to alternator through the shaft, so as the turbine starts rotating, the alternator also starts rotating, and it will give the electricity. Okay, this is the working of our nuclear power plant. So today I will stop here. Thanks for watching my video.